to today's Dashcam Diary of a Disabled with me, Chronically Happy. I'm wearing my goggles today in light of potentially filming an episode of my weird individual self. I am definitely fashionistic today. I want them to know my full potential of being an out there character, and I want them to realize that I have many creative ideas, and I will sit there and I will think about an episode about chronic pain. I'll listen to some of my chronic pain friends and try and gather a good overview of chronic pain. But a lot of chronic pain, I need to kind of narrow it down to the chronic pain that first responders and veterans feel. So the frustrations of being sent everywhere but to the right place, and showing how the veteran crisis line doesn't do anything to help. Like, this is a frustration that I have that I really think it needs to be turned into an episode of the problems that we face as veterans. But a veteran of chronic illness, I definitely have a perspective of. And I have other perspectives of having to deal with the aftermath of being out of the military and being tossed around between VSOs, and the turnover rate is so fast. I think we really need to make fun of the turnover rate. I think we need to make fun of it to bring awareness to the problem. And this is going to help me so much in my creative flow with my YouTube channel as well. So working on this project is really only helping me get my mind back into the spirit of what I really intended to do with my channel, and besides these dash cams. These dash cams are here for a reason, and it's just for me to kind of therapy myself and get things off my chest that I'm thinking about, that I feel like I just need to say out loud so I can start to release it. Everybody needs a friend to talk to, and we all don't have that somebody. Not everybody has somebody they can talk to about things, and so that's why therapists became a thing. But if you think about, like, in the medieval ages, like, they used to have companions, and they always had their ladies in waiting, especially if you had money and such. But the ones that didn't have money died alone in poverty, of all kinds of things that are preventable now in modern medicine, diseases that were quite very misunderstood back in the day, in the 1816, 1700s. Modern medicine has came a long ways, but we have so much more to go. There is so much of the unknown, and we just need more people to be taking interest in it. We need more scientists. We need more people with logistic, open minds of anything is possible, and we need to start ruling things out. We need to start experimenting or doing research studies in so many populations of the diseased. What in the F? Where is that? Where did that come from? Oh, I really need to do something about my windshield. Like, dang, that sounded like the biggest rock hitting my windshield, and it sounded like it should have went spider webbed. But thank goodness it didn't. I hate to mess with my phone while I was driving. I know I should typically try not to do this, but the way this truck is in front of me, this is one time zoom. And that rock flew that far. Absolutely insane. I know I have to put my hand in front of the camera to get this back in this thingy here. Sorry guys. It's better if I were to just pause it while I did that, but whatever. Continuity. The difficulties of trying to do dash cams and like I want to show you something in front of me for a brief second. Like I really wished I had a gimbal. A gimbal would be amazing. I don't know if it would like track and follow things that are not my face though, so I don't know how that would even work. I just need to have like 2 or 3 different cameras that I could choose from on this in this vehicle. Like have a camera angle up there, there, and up there, and then I can like switch angles, you know, edit in between and stuff, so I can get different angles when I talk about different subjects or something, you know. Or if I switch a topic, it can like change angle to, you know, show a different angle of my face. You know, that'd be sweet. I would love to have my whole like vlogging thing set up like all throughout the ceiling of my freaking vehicle. That's like my ideal dream of like getting enough equipment to be able to do that, to do dash cams so I can like have forward facing and backward facing video, so I can show what I'm seeing while I'm driving, and like, you know, split screen, you know, one show driving on the left and like right showing me talking as I'm driving. So not only does it like really show a picture of what driving is like while talking on video, but like that is research in and of itself. Like how much would it really help somebody, especially in case of an accident or something happens? Like I want to know that the security, I really want security cameras around my entire vehicle at all times because of theft and break-ins and all kinds of sorts of issues in our world today. People are not honest people, and people are mean, and people are just... But there's also the flip side. There's a lot of beautiful people out there. There's a lot of loving, compassionate, empathetic people out there. It's just all in who you can attract and who you can relate to and build friendships and rapport with other people. I absolutely am a people person. Sometimes I have to retract because I take on too much of everybody's energy around me. I don't know how to have that barrier yet until I open my 3rd karmic door, which I tried to close my 2nd door again last night, so I really do need to touch base with my freaking people, my spiritual advisors. But after I did filming today, I'm going to be shopping with a friend downtown in her small town. I have very loose plans on this, but I was trying to set that up when I started filming, so I can't really go back and forth between filming and messaging, so I just have to wait until I get to my location and message her back, because I'm sure I'm going to have plenty of downtime once I arrive. There always is. Our director is so new. And there's so many professionals coming out wanting to help, and this guy is just so new that he just is trying, he wants to learn on his own, but he's not, you know, he's taking little teeny bits of criticism and bits of advice here and there, but he does have a TBI, traumatic brain injury, so it does cloud his thinking some, so he, you know, he does have his like leadership part of him, and then there's the other part of him that's just kind of like, I don't know where I need to go next with this. I just gotta wing it, you know, kind of idea. I really like him. Some days I feel like he doesn't have the, you know, the receptive, active listening on Other days I feel like he does. You just have to catch him at the right moment. And I think with his ADHD too, like, whoo! these other professionals are trying, and he has ran out a lot of people. There's been a lot of people that came to the project at the beginning and quit because he doesn't have it put together yet, and he sounded strong and good and confident in his post, but like when you kind of meet him in person, and he like pretty much just is like a robot and just says the same spiel. He has a hard time coming up with on-the-spot answers. As with any ADHD person, they have to have time to kind of process the question and like think about it. But like we are as a society are now expected to have instantaneous answers all the time, even like when it comes to email or messaging, or like we're supposed to be available at all times. And so it's making society like not necessarily like shorter attention spans, but like the need to have to multitask that much more is like through the roof compared to before. And this was a conversation we ended with yesterday at the end of the day. I like to sit there and just BS and get to know these people and learn their viewpoints and like learn whatever professionalism I can. I want to learn how to open my own small business, and this guy's done his own small business for a couple years, so I want him to do that. But also I want to write my own book about my own stories, and doing this is really going to help jumpstart me into doing that, and being able to reenact some of my stories to help me get over my feelings that are still stuck from it, my PTSD. I need to be able to have an outlet, and being able to act out funny skits to like overemphasize, exaggerate the situation more than it is, will really help process the information and make me laugh and rewire my brain into thinking it's a funny thing. And that is the goal of this, I think. And I think he just has a hard time putting that into words. But essentially, I think that's what we really need to head into the direction of. And I think I can help with that writing and organization. I want to help organize him like none other with an Excel spreadsheet. I'm going to have to go get my laptop so I can bring it up. But I'm going to get there. And I'm going to help this man out somehow with my late schedule of showing up all the time, but it's gonna work. Film day. Peace out, y'all. Have a good one.